Well, I'm going on an adventure today. I'm gonna go car camping. I loaded up the adventure mobile here with my roof rack on top of the car, and I've also got my kayak, and my bike is in the back, and I'm gonna go biking along the old highway in the gorge outside Portland. So this is gonna be pretty fun. I understand that they've made a really nice bike trail there, and so come along with me on this adventure. I did load up the kayak, but I just realized I left my life jacket at home. There might not be any kayaking on this trip, but there will be some biking, and it's gonna be a lot of fun, so come along with me. Well, I've had a good meal and the sun is going down, so I'm gonna probably just curl up in bed and watch a movie. But I'm really glad that I found this campsite. What happened was I just pulled in here to see if there would be any spots, and there were some open spots. So I went over to the pay station, but there were no envelopes to pay with, and so I couldn't, mark down my spot and see how much it costs. And I couldn't pay, so I have just commandeered a spot and I put a note on my windshield that says, I'm happy to pay, but there were no envelopes. So anyway, I hope I don't get a fine or anything. And I asked my neighbors what I should do, and they said, yeah, there's like nobody, there's no camp host or anything watching this place. So they said, I think you could just take it and and if somebody comes by, then you can pay at that point. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. So I hope that's okay. And I'm glad to be in an actual campground tonight instead of just along the road somewhere. So it's a good deal. Anyway, I'm gonna head to bed. Tomorrow will be a day of adventure. Okay, I'm having breakfast now. So last night, a little after 9 o'clock, I was laying in bed watching a movie. And someone came up to my window and they were like, hey, excuse me. They were like, I think you're in the wrong camping spot. This is my reservation. And we were both very kind about it. But I was like, yeah, I'm sorry. It said open when I got here. And she goes, well, we reserved it. She was showing on her phone, this is my reservation. And I said, oh, well, I can definitely move. It'll just take me a couple minutes. And so I got out and was starting to get packed up and stuff, and they said, well, let us go look around and see if there's another open camping spot. If so, you can just have this one and we'll sort it out in the morning. Anyway, they were very nice about it, and I was willing to move, but they ended up just across the street in another spot. And so yeah, it's just kind of wonky over here. I felt so bad that I did steal someone's spot, but they were very nice about it, and everybody found a place to sleep and camp. So anyway, that's that. I'm going to eat breakfast, and then it's bike riding day. So here we go. waterfalls are like a dime a dozen. So I got to a part of the trail that said pedestrians only to Mitchell Point trailhead, which is where I understand that there are some tunnels to ride through. So I pushed my bike, I walked it, I don't know, about 3/4 of a mile maybe, and it ended up at a dead end. Well, there's a more like a hiking trail, so I could take that, but it'd be a lot harder to push my bike along. And I don't know if it goes off into the mountains or if it goes up to Mitchell Point. So I'm gonna walk my bike back to the trail, and I guess that's the end of the road for me here. So I think I'm gonna ride my bike back to my car, and I really want to go to Mitchell Point and ride through those tunnels. So I guess I'll load up my car and drive up to Mitchell Point. I don't know, that's the plan. I'm kind of disappointed that I walked this far for nothing, but I guess it's my own fault. The sign did say no bikes, and I decided to push my bike. So probably my own fault. A pretty cool waterfall.
The backside of the water?
Yeah, I did, yeah. All right, so I'm back from my ride here at the car, and this trail is amazing. That's my review of it. I will be coming back. The views are awesome. It's paved. It's a wonderful ride. I do have a bit of advice, whether you are on an electric bike trying to save the energy of your battery, or whether you are on an acoustic bike just trying to conserve the energy of yourself. I did notice that it's very windy in the gorge, and so when I took off from my car, I was headed east and the wind was at my back. I didn't even notice that it was windy. When I turned around to come back, I was into the wind quite a bit, especially on those runs that are right alongside the freeway. And so I think I used quite a bit more battery on the way back, riding into the wind. And so anyway, I would just say, if you are conscious of your energy consumption, maybe head west first and then ride with the wind at your back on the way home. I'm gonna make some lunch. I have some burgers to fry up, and then I'm gonna pack up my bike. I'm gonna charge it a little bit and head up to Mitchell Point and see if I can ride through those tunnels. So let's do it. Well, those tunnels at Mitchell Point are really quite fun, but I did not go as far east as I could have. But my guess is that the trail is not that long. I could be wrong about that. Maybe it goes all the way into Hood River. I'm not sure. But I did travel west a little bit and ended up at a dead end, or more of like a walking kind of hiking trail that was not conducive for my electric bike. It would probably work on a mountain bike. But anyway, my point is, I think biking at Mitchell Point is a very short ride, perhaps, unless you go further east. But either way, it's awesome to see. It really wasn't worth me getting my bike out, I don't think. And parking was terrible, so I'd maybe come earlier in the morning. I mean, I was able to park fine on the shoulder of the road, but yeah, for as many people as are there, there's not enough parking. So maybe plan accordingly. It is a holiday though today, it's Labor Day, so maybe there are a lot more people out. Anyway, I think that pretty much ends my adventure. I had a great time biking. I got to see a lot of the gorge here, and there's a ton more to see, so I'm definitely going to have to come back. Thanks for coming along with me on this adventure. Check out the Columbia River Gorge east of Portland. It's pretty awesome. So thanks for watching. See you in the next video.